Well, here we are back again. This is our last element to add before we just start decorating everything in this. So, let's see what we've done. May as well just look through it. Yeah, we've got our flip pocket there. We've got some journaling cards here, and I put a smaller one in because I had some scraps left over from what I was doing in my prep. So we've got our fold out with our journaling card tags in. Okay, signature is in, not too shabby. Okay, lots of pages in that. Our flip page that's hinged in. We've got our photo flip in. Turned out pretty awesome with 8 sections for the, what some people call it a waterfall. But yeah, whatever you want to call it. It's to me it's a photo flip because you put pictures in there. And you can put 16 plus one underneath. So yeah, pretty cool. Then we've got our, as promised, journaling card photo mat that slides right in there. Okay. Now, our last element is going to be what goes in here. Big gaping hole, huh? Well, that's what we're going to fill today. So let me put this to the side, and I'll show you what I've been preparing. So, a pouch is an awesome way to hold things, collect things inside. Things that maybe wouldn't fit in the photo flip or in a pocket or wherever else in the journal. This is pretty big. Let me see. I measured. Now you just measure whatever journal you're working with to make one of these. If you're using what I'm using, this is what I did. Ooh, wrong way. Okay, so it's just about 8 1/8 on the width. But what you do is you have to make sure you get it wide enough to do 1/2 inch score marks on the sides, right? So, and then you cut the rest of that off. What I used was a total of 9 inches on the width and 12 3/4 on the entire length. So I had enough to make it the size I wanted it to be. Okay? And I went ahead and matted it. And what I did was I scored at, on the scoreboard, I scored at 4 1/2 inches, and then I folded that over and scored at 6 inches. So I decided I wanted this to be 2 1/4 inches long, just enough to cover up. You need enough of an overhang, and also so you have enough space in there. So yeah, just make it whatever size you need it to be. It's pretty simple. It's a long piece of file folder with a couple of hinges on the sides, right? Okay, so we're going to put this together and do a little bit of decorating, and that's going to be what we do today. Okay. Oh, get my doohickey. So, first off, we're going to, I already put the tape on there. You know me and my double stick tape, gotta have it. So, and also, like I said, when you're working with file folders, you kind of have to watch, make sure you're lining up straight, because No matter how hard you try, you can be off just a touch. And then, you know, it can get upsetting. Okay. You want these pouches to be really strong. Well, as strong as you can make paper strong. So you give them as much opportunity for that strength as possible. The file folder, like I said, it's matted with this. I print these out on lightweight cardstock, so that gives it a good thickness. It's good and firm. And the reason I put this one in here was, you know, people who make file folders, for some weird reason, need to stamp the inside of the file folder. Every one of them. So we cover over those things so that it doesn't show. So I'll put a pretty paper back there, and you don't see where it says Pendaflex or whatever in the world it was saying. Okay, so we've got a little bit of an opening right here, so we've got lots of space in there to put all sorts of memorabilia. All right, now what I'm going to do is put a Velcro dot instead of trying to do a policy closure. We just did that the other time. So of course we used Velcro dots the other time too. But yeah, I'm just going to go with a Velcro dot and keep it simple. Okay. All right. Put them together, and you want it in the middle-ish, right about there. Okay, I'm going to stick it on the top. Hopefully this is going to work out where the white fuzzy part's going to be at the top, and the clear part's going to be at, you know, on the bottom. That's the goal of this. So, there you go. Let's see. Yep, that's how it worked. Okay, so now that we've got that on there, give it a moment to stick down real good. Do a little bit of decorating. So, yeah. I cut my lace a little bit longer than needs to be because, yeah, it's that gives me room to not shortcut myself. Okay, get the lace on there, and then we'll do some other things. Do you remember at the first I said you could do die cuts, you can do fussy cuts from the papers, and it doesn't matter if you're working with Bird's papers or whatever papers you're working from. There's always something you can cut out of the paper to pretty up what you're doing. Embellish is the word I'm supposing. So anyways, so this morning I fussy cut out a bird to put on here. Get on there. To go along with, you know, of course there's a theme here. It's all birds. So I cut out a bird to stick on the flap here. Okay. And that's what we'll do with it. Okay. Just trim off your excesses because, you know, it's not needed. It would just kind of be flopping around anyway, so yeah, there you are. when it's loose like that, it can fray easier, so you just don't want that. And what I do is just put a little glue on the edge and pinch it down. So there you go. It takes care of that. Even though it's, you know, crafting and handmade and all that, you want it to be as good quality as possible. All right. Okay, let's put it back down here. And this is the little bird. And oh, I did it. Sort of. Okay, that's the little bird that I cut out of one of the papers that I was working with. And I'm in complete agreement with Angela Kerr on this. You don't have to make sure it fits in the margins. You can go over the edge a bit. That's absolutely fine. I backed this onto file folder, so it gives it a little more sturdiness and a little bit of dimension. So, sorry to be gluing so much for you, but hey-oh, here we go. Now our little squawky bird is up here. Yeah, he's over the lace a little bit, but I'm okay with that. It was always thus to put him there and have him just squawking, you know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I've got my little die cuts. I can figure out which ones I had first, second, and third. Okay, so we've got lots of different colors in this, so I'm gonna pretend he's behind a bush or something like so, you know. Maybe that's why he's squawking, because I'm putting him behind a bush. Okay, yeah, that'll work. So we'll glue these down, blue first, and see what we do with it. Yeah. Hopefully I'm staying in shot. Sometimes with die cuts it can get a little fiddly putting the glue everywhere, but you do want to get coverage, so there you go. Some people put it on their hand and just smudge it on their hand on there. In case anybody thinks I should do that. No. I don't mind glue getting on me, okay? But I do have sensitive skin, and yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So, those of you who can, go right ahead, because it looks like it will be quick and easy and simple just to get, you know, the glue on everything really quick and such, but nope. Sensitive skin, kind of. And I live in the desert. It's dry here. Very. So, dry skin is a thing. I do not want to help it. Okay. Doesn't take very long on this. I'm not doing that many. Just 3 itty bitty ones. Okay. Now, pretty simple. Pretty easy. Now I'm going to put, I haven't got the word ready, but I'm going to put the word memories here. When I go to do on all my embellishments and things like that. Ooh, we can put some rose trim. Let me get it out of my little pot here. I've got some of this because, you know, it's become a theme throughout, hasn't it? It's really nice for giving a little bit of, I don't know, pretty. That's all I can think of. Just a little bit of pretty. Ooh, wrong side. Okay. that on there. I think, yeah, I think one will go in the middle too, just because, why not? I heard someone saying the other day that they couldn't find rose trim, and I was like, ooh, oh no. So, I guess we're having shortages. But, at least it's not baby formula. Rose trim we can work around. I felt really bad for all those people who had problems with getting baby formula. My babies are grown now. But I would have been having some kind of panic attack, I'm sure. So, yeah. Okay. So, now, this has a lot of potential for decorating. But I'm just giving you an example of where we're going with that. There's plenty of space here. Now you can leave it blank or decorate it up. Somebody could stick a picture on there. So you just want it to be pretty. You got a back mat. Somebody could stick a picture there, do some journaling there. It's all whatever somebody wants. You know, this isn't wanting to stay. I had to fold this over, so it's kind of a double fold. I may put some more. Like I said, there's a fix for everything. I have Velcro dots. So there. Let me put, because like I said, quality. We want good quality. Okay, now how did I do that? I had that one, yeah, the white fuzzy is at the top. So we're going to put the white fuzzy at the top here. Get it out. Okay, and get another one. Hey, what's going on with that? Alright, let's try to be complicated. Alright, there we go. Okay, and one there. And that will hold this thing shut. Alright, better. Okay, there. Yeah, there you go. And I'll probably put a book on it or something for a little while. Let it get all used to its new life, I guess. Okay, so our pouch, as I said, is going to sit right in here. Now, I made this intentionally to poke out the top. Alright, I don't want to be too rough with it right now because it's still got some glue that needs to sit. Okay, so it's going to poke out the top there. Am I in shot? Okay. So that somebody will know when they get this that, oh, there's something in there. Let me pull that out and see. So I'm going to let this dry and maybe put a book on it so it gets all good and flat. But yeah, that's our last element. We've got so much going on in this little journal. It's amazing. So the next time, I'm not sure where I'm going to go with what I'm going to do on the next craft along, or if it's just going to be the final flip through with everything decorated really a lot. So I'll let you know when I put the next video up. Okay. Hope you guys have a great day. See if I can stay in shot while I'm doing this. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Thanks for watching. And once again, if you could, find it in your heart to like and subscribe, that would be amazingly awesome. TTFN.